He thinks Sean will return. The police will nail the scumbag then. If Sean's in trouble, Black has a way to handle him. Black vows to solve the case and may resign as Tom's personal consultant. As for Tom and Ronnie, he never told colleagues. Black says he may keep it secret forever. Black thought he could pressure Tom, but Tom shot back, "You think I'm scared of going to jail?" Subtitles. So, old Black makes up his mind to go and find Tom's wife, with the hope that Katie can persuade her husband. However, Katie has more faith in Tom and is instead worried that he might end up in prison. Katie is determined to gather $2 million and wants to deal with the kidnappers herself. Katie is my boss. Sean is back in the room, and the female bandit is feeding him while the audience on TV is munching popcorn. Everyone is criticizing Tom's choices, and the nanny receives a call asking her to check the mailbox for a letter, but she must not let the police or Tom know. Katie opens the letter, stating she must come alone at 2 a.m. or Sean's in danger. At midnight, Katie arrives at the spot, and a masked man knocks her down when she is distracted. It seems she was eager to deliver a message, urging Katie to tell her husband to revoke the ransom. Using Sean's clothes to cover Katie's head, looking at the blooded garments, Tom and his wife felt their hearts drop. Despite his pain, Tom saw the kidnappers faltering and left alone. Facing a throng of reporters, he declares he's not just going to keep pushing, but is also increasing the bounty by another $2 million. This made kidnappers panic. As the ringleader, led by the victim's dad, Jimmy flew into a rage. She calls Tom again, demanding to speak with Sean, which relieves Tom. She warns him it's the last chance to pay. If he doesn't, Sean's toast. If his son is harmed, he'll spend his life hunting the kidnappers, making them suffer. Sean trembles in fear, while Jimmy warns, if the money isn't here in an hour, Sean's a goner. Tom warns, if Sean doesn't return, kidnappers should consider suicide. He'll catch them. He'll make sure they regret every moment of their lives, which totally infuriated Jimmy. "You're really so annoying," they scream loudly, while Tom buries his head in his hands. At that moment, he realized he might have made a huge mistake, and Jimmy wasn't letting up. Katie vents her anger at Tom, but is pulled away by the crowd issues on the verge of losing it. Meanwhile, the hidden kidnappers start to retreat, and Jimmy hatches a plan to gauge reactions. With teary eyes, Tom goes to the balcony, gasping, recalling the gunshot moment. He collapses like a wilted tomato. In that instant, he can't help but start crying. Jimmy managed to steady his emotions, then went to a densely populated area and immediately called the headquarters, repeating the possible robbery situation. 10 minutes 13, cops and military move out. He steps outside and draws his gun, aiming at the cop fire inside the car. The cop yells, "Get these people out of here." "Here we go." Jimmy fires first, taking out the main guy, Clark, then moves to the side for a few more shots at the bald guy, quickly readying an alternate weapon. Creating a fake gunfight scene, he places the gun in the bald guy's hand. But just then, Jimmy's girlfriend shows up, but she's too slow. She can't compete with the cops. Police cars arrive one after another, quickly sealing off the scene. Eventually, Sean is found in the room with injured Detective Jimmy, who's fine. News reaches Tom's home. They rush there and finally see their frail son, then embrace tightly. Jimmy, the hero who saved Sean, becomes New York City's big hero as Tom approaches the ambulance. He sincerely thanks this hero, while Jimmy becomes the center of attention. However, the police still have doubts about the female bandit at the scene. She has no record and no ties to the... Jimmy knows the police will find the truth eventually. She must get the bounty and flee New York. After recovering, she visits Tom's house to express her gratitude. Even the nanny sincerely thanks. Jimmy wants to grab that bounty today. Those reporters are driving her nuts, and she's not used to the fame. Tom understands, seeing as she's the hero. As long as he writes a check, she can cash it. Most of their talk's about thanks, yet here's a sad topic for Jimmy. Jimmy's eldest son is very regretful. She asks, "Why did we settle for only $2 million? Suddenly, the neighbor's son looks over, terrified, loses bladder control, and trembles. Just then, Katie walks in for another heartfelt hug, and Tom realizes his lifesaver is actually the head of the kidnappers. He quickly sends his wife away, asking her to take their son to rest. Tom completes the check and gives it to anxious Jimmy, hinting at a safer exit. After days of back and forth, both realize how clever the other is. It's like a game of chess. At a critical moment, Tom proposes going to the bank with him for an instant 4 million transfer. Hope you enjoyed this version, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.